So I see my apartment today. She gave me the keys and I thought, is this really happening? I, I, didn't, I just don't know how to act. I felt like I knew it was real life, but it almost felt too good to be true. It's like, is this going to be taken away? Somebody's going to jump out and say, this is a joke, this isn't really yours. I was really scared of that going down the hallway. Anyways, I got my key. She took me up to my apartment. I unlocked the door. When I opened it, the sun was like bursting through the door because it's up high. It's on one of the main top floors. And the sun just lit up the whole apartment. And it was like angels were singing, oh. I was like, oh, my home. I was so excited. And I didn't even know what to say. I didn't know what to act. I just had no words. But I'll be honest though, inside I'm like this much scared. I was thinking, can I do this? Will I like it? Who will I be in a year? Who will I turn into? Like, what will I experience in this apartment? Like, I don't know. Like, I was just having questions like that because I'm nerdy like that. But I did have a moment that I won't ever forget. Mom and the lady that was giving us the tour was in my kitchen. And I was out on my balcony. And I'm such a nerd, I'm sorry. And I was on the balcony, and like I said, it was so bright out and pretty today. And it was just like, have you ever felt God? Like, just felt His presence. I stood out there, and it was just like I could feel His presence all around me. And it was like He reminded me of a moment that only Him and I know about. A very hard time in my life, and I felt totally alone. It was right after I broke my spine. I lost all my friends, and no one, I'm not asking for pity in any way whatsoever because I wouldn't take that situation back for the world. It made me a strong person, and it taught me more than I will ever deserve to know. But He reminded me of one of those moments, one of those nights where I didn't think I'd make it. I was so lonely, my skin literally ached. And I know it sounds dramatic, but that's how lonely I was. I had been a year without seeing anybody, a year without anybody calling, just laying here looking at the ceiling, not knowing what was wrong with me, nobody taking it serious. It was hard. And I just remember looking up and thinking, God, how am I going to get through this? When is a good day going to come? You know, is this what my life's going to be? Like, I remember really feeling that and just hoping with everything in me, I know You're going to bring something good from this, God. I trust in You. I know You're going to turn this around and use it for my good. I remember just believing that no matter how much the situation I was in told me not to believe it. I had to believe it because it was my only choice. And so today when I was sitting on the balcony and I could just feel Him, it was like He reminded me of that moment when I chose to believe for something good when I had no reason to believe. And He was just like, see, here you go. I know what I'm doing. Everything happens for a reason. And no matter how hard a situation is and no matter how long it lasts, if you just push through and believe that it's going to be used for your good, you can't just look at it and say, well, this is my life forever. Like, people would tell me, you know, honey, once you hurt your back, you will never be healed. Just accept it. This is your life. But in my heart, I'd be like, no. One day I'm going to be healed. I'm not going to have any pain. It's not going to control my life. I'm not going to believe what you're saying. And so, I know I might sound like a bad episode of Oprah, like I always say. I'm always like, be the best you that you can be, blah, blah, blah. I always make like deep meanings out of it, but it's the truth. I feel like if I can share, you know, if my pain and my story can help one person, then it's worth it. And I'm not just saying that to sound nice. And you can't look at me like I'm some big overcomer either, because God carried me through it kicking and screaming. If I would have had a choice to push a button and to end it, I would have. But because He helped me bear it, and He bared a lot of it for me and gave me the strength, I was able to make it through, and here I am. You know what I mean? I'm finally coming to the point that I have waited 3 years for. Can you imagine falling when you're 15, breaking your spine, missing the last 3 years of high school, not getting to have, you know, sleepovers, not getting to have anything like that? And I'm really not asking for pity, because I know a lot of my friends would get behind my back and roll their eyes like, oh, Kayla talking about her back again. But if it was your back, you'd be talking about it too. When you're feeling the pain, and when you don't have a visitor, when you don't have a phone call, when you're laying here stuck, you would be hurt too. Because it was my life. I didn't have, you know, well, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna be nice. I won't go there. But anyways, let's keep this positive. I won't talk about anybody. But yeah, it was just like, I had a moment. I'll never forget that moment, and I wanted so bad to take out my camera and be like, hi, look at my apartment. But that lady was in there. If it would have just been me and my mom, I'd be like, take a picture, Mom, take a picture beside my closet. I'm such a nerd. But yeah, it was just, I probably didn't even make sense just then, but whatever. I'm not saying this is the winning the lottery, but to just have something, you know what I mean? To have hope, to only have hope for something good to come for 3 years, and to finally get it, just a little sign of, well, that's a big sign, honestly. It's an apartment, for a very nice apartment. Good size from myself, when, you know, a lot of people my age are in dorms or living with a bunch of people, barely making it. I get a very nice apartment with a balcony, and it's very cheap. And you know what? I wouldn't be eligible for this apartment complex had I not fallen, because my doctor considers me disabled, which I'm unable to carry a job at the moment. One day I will be, I'll be independent. I will have a job. But at the moment I'm still healing. And so I am disabled at the moment because I really am not able to have a job. I wish I could. I can't. I have so much pride that I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Anyways, though, yay. I can't believe just yesterday I was like, when will I get my apartment? I wonder if it'll be like in 3 months. And like this morning, my mom called me and she was like, well, get ready. We're going to Pikeville. We're going to go sign your lease. And I was just like, no, like, really? I couldn't believe it. And yeah, this is a good day.